Hi, my name is Nick Pollock. Thanks for meeting with me today as we talk about the IE process. There's a few things I just wanted to go over, help you to understand what this process is all about, how it will benefit your child, and kind of the role of the teacher, the student, and as the parent. So the an IEP, it's important that we talk about the Free Appropriate Public Education Act. This means that every student, every child, will receive the same education as a child that doesn't have a learning disability. And so that's our goal. Our goal is to make sure that every kid has those opportunities, that those things are in place that allow your child to receive the best services, everything that we can to make sure that they're reaching their goals and they're accomplishing those things. And as you as a parent, that you will just have faith in our process and understanding that we are a support system for you and your child, that you're not alone in this. And because sometimes I know this can be a scary and a confusing time, especially when we have a child that's struggling. It's just hard. Those are hard to go through. So that's what I want to go over today, is just talk about this process, the IEP. There's a few key points I'd like to talk about. I'd like to talk about the referral process. So, the Individuals with Disability Education Act, the IDEA, requires that school districts must evaluate every child who might have a disability. And so, as we go through this process, whether it's you or a teacher, they may want your child to be evaluated. And so with that, we will look at when it comes to evaluation, whether it's depending on the situation, every child is different, but we'll look at classroom performance, how he's done on standardized tests, if there's things that are blatant that really stand out. So we'll look at just classroom performance, and there'll be behavioral tests. So I'll meet with our counselor and psychologists, and just to see if an IEP is necessary in the best direction. After the evaluation, we have a team that will determine if the student qualifies. And so when that team is brought together, that's the counselors, it's the principal, it's your teachers, it's us as the special ed teacher, and then we'll work together to see if this is, and if it is the best interest of your child, then we'll move forward. But there are some key components to an IEP that we wanted to go over with you. Right now there's 5 things we'll look at, and specifically, how your child is doing in school now. An outline of special education services provided. So we'll give you an outline of the services that are provided, how we're going to accommodate to meet the needs of your child, and what modifications might need to be met to make sure that we can accomplish goals. And then we'll look at annual educational goals. What the things that we're striving for. We'll evaluate and track his progress and make changes as needed. And then, of course, your child's progress will be reported to you. You are a key component. Parents and students are a vital part of the team. Teachers and team members should be in constant communication with both parents and students. We have to have this open door policy, the ability where if you have concerns or questions, that you can call us and talk to us. That's important for us, that there should always be that open line. Like, we know what the expectations are. We know what we're striving for. Hold on one sec. And then, of course, it's the ongoing communication. So we'll have our quarterly progress monitoring. We'll see how he's going. We'll evaluate the success of the IEP. Based on how the student's performing. And then we'll have an annual review policy where we'll meet together as a team. It will just be more than the teacher and the student and you, but we'll have everybody that's involved in that team, and then we'll look at the IEP. We'll look at if we're being successful or not, if we're reaching our goals, if the child is progressing in his learning. But there's some things that are important for you too, to know that there's some safety in IEP. The information that is given to those in the team regarding your child, that there is a procedural safeguards in place. So we're not going to just be talking about your child in passing with everything, but just like people may have personal concerns, or these are things that we'll protect and keep in the privacy, and only have those conversations with those that are part of our team. We're not going to make your child an example of why an IEP is so successful. We're not going to try to embarrass you or your child, or create some type of separation between your child and the other students, or even the other parents. So we work really hard to make sure that this is not an embarrassing thing for the child, but that the child is feeling supported and engaging, and this is something that an IEP is not something that needs to be ashamed of, but just realize, like, man, this is something that's going to help everybody, and eventually your child's going to be happier because of it. So if you have any questions or concerns as we go through this process, I want you to feel free to reach out to me. I want to make sure that we do everything in our power to make sure that you're comfortable and you feel supported, and that you just feel like that you have a voice in what we're trying to accomplish. So, all right, thank you.